which is a 3/4 inch, by the way.
Oh no, step bro.
What are you doing, step bit? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video.
Hey.
Andy's here. Reckon Landa's here.
Hey, how you doing? Want to buy some mulch?
What are we doing today, buddy?
Doing exactly what I said we weren't gonna do, and we're taking the bumper off again.
Yeah. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail of today's video, we are doing, where are they at?
2 things.
Well, technically 3 things. But we got some QUIK latches. His car, and we got some new HIDs, because if you know anything about these cars, the HIDs kind of suck. It's old technology. Even the new cars just come with LEDs.
They're bright when you look at them, but when you drive at night, they're not bright.
No.
And especially when you do like what we did and put headlight tint on them.
Yeah.
Makes them a little
So
worse.
we're doing 3 things. This was kind of my idea because my bumper tabs that are right here on my car are broken, and on one side they're fine, but on the other side they're not, and it's hanging down and it looks kind of bad. So I got these, and he's like, well, just get me some. And so I did, and we're gonna chop up his brand new GT500 bumper. So we're doing that. We're putting these HIDs in, and we got to figure out some way to get his horn, just so we can at least have a horn. Because I mean, we don't really use the horn for its intended purpose. It's really just so we know the car's locked.
Yeah.
When we're walking away. And mine actually just shit the bed, unfortunately. When we were putting the Whipple stuff together, it basically, we unplugged it, plugged it back in, it stopped working. I put a new to me one in it, and it stopped working again. So now I have to get another horn, brand new.
Oof.
Which sucks, because we're taking my bumper off again today.
If we would have known, we would have ordered.
Yes, we could have done it all in one swoop like we're doing with his. But hey, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna hop right into all this shit. As you see, we already got the bumper off, like I said. We already got the headlights in. So if you want, you could cut them on real quick just to show.
As Peter Griffin would say.
So as you can see, they're a little more blue. They're not quite that white from the factory. But yep, those are already in. So we're gonna try to figure out how to get this horn hooked up possibly, and then we're gonna
cut the bumper
up, and that's the whole purpose of today's video. So we'll probably throw some little clips in here and there of all the other stuff, but for the most part, it's just gonna be the bumper. So
I'm not crying, you're crying.
all right, guys, we got his horn back in. Like we were saying, we had to move it. So I don't know if you can see that, but we moved it up into there, and they work. Yeah, yep, it works. So now we're gonna probably clean up all the wiring crap, and then we're gonna try to get the bumper part figured out. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, well, we're gonna start on the QUIK latches here. So you have one of 2 options. Step 1, or option 1, is remove the bumper, which we already did, obviously. Option 2, you can take basically this part of the bumper, release it, and pull it back and just stuff a towel in there to give you enough room to work.
Just leave it hanging.
And just leave it hanging from the front. So we're going with option 1, because obviously the bumper's already off. So the first step of this process is there has been some installs that we've seen that guys will actually remove this altogether, but we think we might leave it because it's going to just give it additional support, because his bumper isn't broken like mine is. So we'll leave that on there, but we're going to take these 2 8mm out and take these brackets off of both sides. So that's step number 1. So we're going to go ahead and do that and get right back with you. Alright, so the next step is it's got this little guy that it basically hooks to. You're going to put a nut and a washer on one side, a nut and a washer on the other side. So this is the part where if you did take the bumper off, you got to hang it just so you can try to get it as close to where it's supposed to sit, so you can then mark where this is going to touch on the grill, or not the grill, on the bumper, so you know where to drill. So we're going to hang the bumper, get to that point, and then I think we'll probably drill for it to pop through that, essentially. So we can then utilize that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hang the bumper. We'll be right back.
All right, guys. This is the scary part.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nick? Is this?
It's definitely a scaly plot. Trying to wipe all my freaking fingerprints.
All your smudges that are all over my car.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to explain a little bit?
So first, you want to do, which I already mentioned, you put a nut and a washer this side, nut and a washer on the other side, right? And you try to get this close to center as you can between these two, where the screws go in for that bracket piece right here. And then what you can do, I've seen a couple different methods. So you can put a little toothpaste on there and try to get it, you basically just get it lined up to where it's about factory gap, which is about there, and touch it to it, then the toothpaste will transfer, you'll know where to go. Or you can use paint or whatever you want to do. What we did is
The scary way.
the scary-ish way is I put it up to where we wanted it, pressed really hard, and it created a dimple, which you probably won't be able to see on camera, but
Yeah, we might be able to get it.
there's a little dimple if you move. I don't know if I move the camera like this,
Yeah,
so you
you
can
might.
see it moving a little bit. But now we know where to put our pilot.
Scary.
So this is the scary part.
I can see it really good now, actually.
Can you?
Yeah.
Now I got my fingerprints all over it again. Okay, I think I can see that pretty good. So we're gonna take. Yeah, I'm so scared. So I'm trying to hit it right where it's at, but. Think there? Does that look like where it's
I
at?
think.
Should I just go for it?
Fuck it.
Okay. Oh! There's a hole in it.
Scary.
And now you can line it up. And look at that. You can see it right behind it. So we got her. You can probably barely see it.
Yeah, on camera you won't be able to see it as
So
good,
we're going to step it up to a little bit bigger of a bit. And then we'll go from there. So we'll bring you guys right back on in a second.
Scary.
Alrighty, guys. Now that we're stepping up to a step drill bit, which is a 3/4 inch, by the way.
Oh no, step bro.
What are you doing, step bit? Shit, we're dumb as hell. But now that we're stepping up to a step bit, we are putting tape on it so it doesn't destroy the paint and such. So 3/4 is all the way, so this is where it gets fun.
I'm just gonna not watch. Oh, I shouldn't have looked.
Whee! So now we can take our tape off,
I shouldn't have looked.
and it leaves a perfect little hole. And as you can see, it's right in the middle, bud.
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy. All right. So,
Let's go, baby.
so I'm gonna go grab the stuff so we can set this up properly, and we'll be right back with you. Now is the point that you install your QUIK latch into the bumper, and it should be kind of a tight fit. Yeah, maybe not that tight. Holy hell. Now, if your bumper isn't threaded, you ain't doing it right.
Or do we need to go just a tiny bit?
Might need to go a tiny bit more. Uno momento. Okay, we opened it up a little bit now.
Yep,
She should go right in. There.
Sounded
Wow.
rough, but
I mean, you want it to be a little bit of a tight fit because you don't want that thing moving back and forth, you know.
true.
And then you're going to take your nut, thread it on the back. Got it. And then you don't really need to go super tight. I mean, it's just going on a bumper. So I just grabbed a socket for it. And I'm just gonna do it by hand. And that should be good. And then we test for fitment. Wow. Nice. Now it's gonna be a little wobbly and it's not as tight, obviously, because that's what this is for. It's gonna give it that extra bit of security. So what we're gonna do is snip this little guy off like that and take our step bit, and we're just gonna... All right, guys, well, we got her all knocked out. You press this button, comes right out. But with these brackets, we had to change for this bumper, so I had to Dremel out all this crap so it would actually reach it.
Scary.
Which is a little scary, but yeah. Pops right back in, holds in, good and nice.
Nice and good.
So that's one side. We still have to do the other, but we won't bore you with that or the ones on my car. Maybe show you the finished product once it's done, but as far as the process, that's basically it. I mean, you can adjust it in and out, up and down, however you want to try to get as much or more or less gap that you want. So we got her all figured out, so I think we're gonna get us a bite to eat before we continue, because Linda's hungry. She's always poking a belly whenever she's hungry. If he had a belly to poke, he'd probably poke it, but
Belly button.
but we're gonna go do that, and we'll show you guys the finished product once we're done. All right, guys, we finished it on my car now. So Andy's is done, and now mine is done. Now this was the good side. I know I got some messed up paint here and there. I can't really remember how that happened, to be honest.
Probably from all the times of us.
Yeah, taking it on, taking it off. I said taking it on, taking it off, putting it on is what I meant to say.
There you go.
But that side wasn't actually messed up, so I didn't really need this. But this side, I wish I would have pulled this out beforehand, but there was probably a 1/4 inch gap, I would say.
It looked exactly like it did before.
Yeah, it looked, well, I just mean before we even did any of the work, it had a 1/4 inch gap or so. And then on this side, after we did it, it still had the same amount of gap, and I was like, what the hell? But as you can see, no more gap. I mean, it has gap, but not the gap that it had before. So I basically just had to modify where the little bolt head thing that thing connects to sits. I just pulled it up a little bit. I just drilled out the bumper metal a little bit where they have you mount that, and it pulled it up. So now that side's perfect, and this side's perfect, just like it was before. But I think we are extremely happy with that. I've got plastic all over this fucking thing.
It's okay, we got it all over us too.
Yeah, all over us, metal on me. I was using fucking tape to get it off my skin because it was stuck. But yeah, just another thing in the books. What I will say, which I wanted to mention earlier, when we press on this to get the dimple so we know where to drill, on his it didn't really do it. I didn't even really see the paint really crack like mine did, and that's probably due to the fact that mine, I mean, it's not original paint because this bumper's been replaced once before, but it's older than his paint.
Right.
So his paint in clear is a lot stronger, so no matter how much force I put on it, I was just going off the dimple. I didn't have, not to mention it's black. If you're doing it on a black car, it's not going to be quite as easy, or a dark colored car in general.
Right.
Mine's bright freaking orange.
Well,
so.
and on that last one, you also pushed really hard.
Yeah.
In comparison to...
Well, that side did it too. I didn't press quite as hard on that side, and it still had a little spider
I
cracks.
didn't catch that.
So I just had to go, and it helps when it spider cracks, because you just follow the direct center of where those cracks meet, and that's how you know you're in the dead center of it. So that was the tip I was trying to give you there. But, and the best part, you're like, oh no, it's spider cracking. Well, this thing is 3/4 of an inch.
It's actually bigger than that.
Is
ever
it?
so slightly.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
hole is
yeah.
3/4.
The hole, yeah, the hole is
lip
3/4.
covers
Yeah,
probably another, I don't know, 8.
but it cuts out all that spider cracking, so you don't have to worry about it like spidering off more and destroying your bumper paint anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I mean, stay tuned. We got some stuff coming.
Yeah, we do. We still got what,
some
probably two more big big projects before
Yeah.
Mustang Week?
Got a couple projects, some stuff with this car. Talking to some people to help us try to structure certain things. As far as the videos are concerned, to try to make it a better, easier watch for you guys. I'm trying to cut down, really, I don't know why I'm talking and not looking at the camera. Sorry, this is my first YouTube video ever. But, nerd. But, yeah, we got some stuff coming. I mean, if this little GoPro mount sitting in the window tells you anything, it's not facing outside the car, it's facing inside. That's the only little hint I'll give you. But we got some stuff coming. Big things are always coming around here. We haven't said that in a minute.
No, we haven't. But it's true. It's true.
But it's true. And we always say that after.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. We're extremely happy with how easy and the fact that it's still daytime when we're done.
Right.
Which is a new thing for Planet Staying in general. Whenever
midnight.
Whenever we're out here, normally we're like, well, we're packing up everything, and by the time we get done, it'll be 1:30, and then we'll get to drive home.
Yep.
And it's going on probably
7:30, 8.
It's 8 o'clock on the dot. So, I mean, I'll take that over getting home at 3 a.m. any day. So.
Right.
But that's going to be it for today's video. If you found it useful and it helped you, leave a comment, let us know. Any questions, concerns, we're there for you. So,
Yes,
without further ado, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.